I guess I'm doing a little more retrospective thing. I want this to be official, but I don't have enough to make it official. But I feel like it would be kind of stupid of me if I don't talk about this right now. So I'm currently feeling or thinking that what I want is just to kind of live comfortably, more or less. And my, I want to say it depends. My comfort usually depends on how I feel and shit, but so like I don't need to do anything drastic to be content with my life. It's just sometimes life fucking throws me a curveball and it stresses me completely to hell out. And maybe it's just that I feel that if bitches would stop interrupting me. I gotta do eye drops now. I also gotta fucking eat, so shut up and get out of my way. I'm getting in my own fucking way because I'm supposed to fucking eat, but I'm doing this instead. So, but I feel like having one thing that I can rely on, even though when I say it out loud it sounds kind of stupid, because there's no one thing that I can rely on for like everything or every scenario, but it'd be nice to have like something I do regularly that I can rely on, that I know can help lift me back up after chaotic, stressful shit, which seems to happen around an average of once every 2 weeks. That's how it feels. Well, what can also contribute to that is just a bunch of little things going out of control at the same time, so the effect of that is like amplified and it feels like a big thing and it has a big effect, but I think I mostly want to be able to do things kind of casually. It logically seems like it'd be the best thing for me, where I can still enjoy myself to a decent degree while also being responsible to a decent degree and not being too much either way. It's probably the best way for me to function, even if it's not the happiest, I guess. I still would like to feel fulfilled, but I believe as long as I don't feel stressed, then I should be good. And then the problem is when I do get stressed, holy shit, how am I supposed to recover from that? probably something to look into, but and I guess I feel a bit stressed now because fucking I should be eating, but I'm trying to figure myself out. I'm trying to figure out like what I should do for happiness, and that usually gets in the way of me taking care of myself. So yeah, I'm gonna. So what I'd want to do is to pause this recording and try to take care of myself. I'll also having in the back of my mind an idea of like doing shit casually. And I don't. It's probably not good for me to try to fit shit into our things like fucking YouTube. Like how am I. Can I make casual videos from it? But I don't need to make casual videos. I could, like, maybe I could. So, and if that's an option, then cool. It's just also doesn't feel all that important because it feels like nobody really watches my videos anyway because I don't get comments about, you know, what happened in videos and shit and how people feel or anything, really. I got a couple, but I don't know. I guess it's not consistent enough. But, no. It's not exactly as not consistent enough. It's that it's not in a way that I feel like what I do is important or something, or at least valued. Yeah, because I got like 2 comments. One about Smash Bros. That I believe I showed my friend it personally. So I linked it to them, and then another video was just someone being like, hey, the algorithm like pushed this video for me. And like, so based on those, I guess it's just not enough data for me. So it feels like nobody's commenting, but really it's just not enough data from the comments I've had for me to figure out what would be worth me recording and uploading. But I don't know. Would that be casual enough? I mean, not everything has to be casual. I just want to feel like I'm having casual time and I don't have to stress over what to do. And I guess that's what I'm doing right now, is that trying to figure out my passions and shit is me trying to figure out what to do and stressing out over it. Yeah. But I guess I'm gonna do eye drops, get something to eat, and then watch this prison simulator video that's in the background. And if I have any other thoughts, I'll just add them here. And hopefully I don't forget what the fuck I was even talking about in here. Anyway, I'm pausing. Okay, so I just did eye drops. Still need to eat, but like I just had a thought where I could do a game dev project casually, kind of like the idle stripping game that I showed in the last video. If I upload this, I was just thinking of the chores list thing, and like people can have it as just like different, like they can have the list as like chores, challenges, a mix of both to make life interesting and shit. And this is my idle game that I've made a long time ago. And I was thinking about with the idle stripping game, because I don't know how to make the, like, the only thing that I have as an idea for it right now is the chore thing. I want that to be a thing, and I kind of already have it with this idle game. Well, in this idle game, it's literally just a number going up every second by whatever this number is, and it costs to increase it. And you can also unlock pictures. I'm not showing not safe for work. Well, I can show this one because image corrupted. Yeah. So I gotta fucking fix that now sometime, but I kinda don't fucking want to. So just you unlock random pictures from folders. But there's also a did some chores button over here where it adds anywhere between a minute and an hour of your currency for doing a chore. This one is basically a second tier chore. I don't have to do eye ointment before bed anymore, but this one just gives a flat 2 hours. So if I do a big chore like laundry, then I hit this. So yeah, like 1 million to bring this up to +9, and 1.2 million to get a random not safe for work picture. But here's the thing. I was thinking about idle games, and well, Crush, because the idle strip game is mostly based on it, especially on like layout and shit. But I was thinking about what would be more optimal, like 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 with this game, a number goes up every second. So there's only one timer, and only a couple things are happening. The number's going up, the text changes to display the new number, and that's it. But there's definitely been idle games on my old computer where they would take up a lot of CPU and shit, and I assume that's because there's a lot going on. There's a lot happening every second in those games. A lot of numbers going up every second. And so I was thinking about optimization, like which would be optimal. Like, would having everything set to one timer and just a script or a function where every time that timer completes, just a 1 second timer, every time it completes, it'll do like 100 things. Would that be more optimal, or would it be more optimal to have like several timers, like 100 timers, so, and a function for each, and each one of them, when a second goes off, they only do one or a couple things. So which is more optimal, like 100 functions going off doing only one thing, or one function going off trying to do 100 things each second? And the other example for like each second having 100 functions go off doing one thing. And I was sitting here, and then I remember this idle game. This idle game where I only have one number going up every second. And it is a lot more casual. Usually I don't like idle games that are like this, but the generic idle games that I'd see are usually just you upgrade shit, like it's basically fuck. I don't know how to really describe it. Like, this game only has one upgrade, and it ups the number by 1. That's it. That's all it does. But there's some games where it has several upgrades. One increases the number by 1, one increases it by 10, one increases by 100, 1,000, whatever. And that's all those upgrades are. It's just making the number go up faster, and even though it goes up faster, it still takes a long time and feels like there's no point. With this one, there's at least you can unlock pictures. And so that's kind of cool. And what I usually do, I have this soft reset thing, and you can sometimes get like caterpillars, which are a reset currency. So you can like, there's only 2 reset upgrades. The starting number that you go up by, and this cost thing going up like 100 each. So not this thing, but this thing, like a starting allowance. So instead of starting at 0 bugs, you can start at 100. Which I believe the first upgrade of this was at 100. But yeah. So this is more in line than the boring, like, all the upgrades, all they do is make the number go up faster. And it's not even like, and having to wait. I usually soft reset when it'll take 5 days, 120 hours to get, or more, to get this upgrade. So I'm at +8 right now. So, but I'm going because this number is lower, I'm gonna upgrade this first. So divide by 9 per second and turn that into minutes, so divide by 60. Turn that into hours, divide by 60. So 38. I remember getting like 55 hours. I don't know. Either way, it's definitely below 120, so I'm not going to reset yet. Most likely after this, because the cost for the way it the cost to unlock a picture it has a multiplier, so between 2 and 10. So when I buy this, it'll either double or add a 0 at the end. It'll be, so the max it can be is 12 million. And then that basically add a 0 to the calculation, so it'd be 380, around 380 hours. So no, I'd reset then. But like, but yeah, if I had the caterpillars, then I can spend them when I reset at any time, and I'm just choosing to do it. That's how I play this, my idle game, and it's kind of casual. I just have it going all the time. Whenever I do chore like eye drops, I hit this and gain a little bit more. I believe I can go to Itch.io now. I have fucking internet. That's kind of not safe for work. It's not showing anything, haha. Alright, so I most likely won't remember to have the links in the description, but have my Lewd Battle system, Pheromosa, Spanked, Godzilla. But I also have Dumb Idle Game, and that's not safe for work. But yeah, it takes a little bit of setting up. But yeah, if you guys want to download it again. Universal Monster Itch.io. But yeah, as got a little worried there. But so maybe I went on this tangent for like nothing, but like for some reason I thought about how this game was casual, and like I can do the game dev for the idol stripping game casual, and well, casually for the most part, because right now I don't care if nobody finds it important enough to care about it. I don't care about it enough. Like I find it as just something I can work on, and I do work on it sometimes. But there's also just the motivator of that chores thing, because like it's kind of the same as this one, but it has I want to say more interesting applications, because it can give me like specific chores that I have a choice of trying to do to complete a stage for someone. Or I could be like, it's not worth it, and soft reset so that I can like re-roll shit or something. But yeah, like I assume I'd want that game to be kind of casual too. But I mean, I don't have to make it either way. I really don't. But with this one, I can like shave off around a couple hours or so, whatever, by just doing some chores. And so I'll most likely continue just have this and play it. I just have fucking 2 idle games fucking going at the same time. At all times. If I, complete the other one. But, so maybe I could work on the idle game casually. The idle stripping game casually. Maybe I can do that. But I don't know. The thing about the self and feeling fulfilled or some shit is all about like self-determination, self-expression, effort, and importance. And does the importance have to be casual too? I assume, because I'm going on this assumption that if I only do shit if I feel like it's important enough, then I'm just bottlenecking myself. I'm being narrow-minded or whatever, and it'll hurt me in the end, or even during the journey, or whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. But there's also effort. I feel like the relationship between effort and importance is a connected one. Because definitely with burnout is basically putting shit, how do I say this? Like, how the effort corresponds with the importance. If you're putting too much effort in something that you feel isn't important, then you're going to feel burnt out. You're going to definitely feel burnt out. And that's kind of how I felt with most of the projects that I've abandoned, I think. Is that I felt like I was putting... eventually, like, when I doubt myself and shit, it'd eventually get to where I'd feel like I'm putting too much effort into something that's not all that important. That's not going to get me the returns that I want, or whatever. And so here's the thing. Casual effort. You know? Instead of like putting big amount of effort into a big important thing, would it be okay for me to put casual effort in a casual important type of thing? If that makes sense. Because it definitely makes sense if the effort fits the amount of importance it is to me. What I get out of it, you know? I can only assume that if I get more out of doing the game dev, or even out of making videos of me doing the game dev, then I would feel more inclined to do them. Because it'd be putting effort towards something that will get me something positive that I want, I guess. At least that's how I imagine it'd feel. And with that logic, holy shit. Okay, so yeah, that makes good sense. If I put casual effort in it, and I end up getting more than if it feels more rewarding than the effort I put in there, I don't have to put more than that casual effort, but it'd be nice to know that I could put more in if I want to, or if I feel like I need to like recover, bounce back from something. I don't know if that's healthy to fucking look at it that way, but all I know is that, like, long time ago, for a project I abandoned, I did like only 20 minutes of game dev a month, and when I looked back on that month, it seemed like I did a lot more work than it felt like I was doing, because it was stretched over a month. and it was just 20 minutes a day. And when it comes to some of my drawings, like, I probably put a lot of time in them, and then now, like, I like to call them pipe dreams, because they're not really pipe dreams, but like, you know what a pipe dream is, right? Fucking, you put a lot of effort in, and then after something is complete or whatever, you don't have to work on it anymore, and you get just the rewards. Just the rewards from that effort, so it's a pipe dream. And that's how I feel about drawing, is that you work on it, and then once it's done, you can look at that image whenever you want without having to work on that image. But there are some artists where if they look at their art, they're like, all my mistakes, I can't look at my art or see all the mistakes. But like, for most of my art, I kind of don't care. Like, it's not about being good at the art. It's like, there are some art that are just sketches, but I can still appreciate them. I still value them. I still think that I appreciate the content that I made, even if they aren't all that great artistically. Still find them cool. And the thing is, I don't have to work on them at all. I can just look at them whenever I want. Sometimes I fucking get them in here, and it's like, nice. Especially if it's the fucking French girl pose Levani one. That one definitely. I don't remember how it felt to make it. I don't remember how much effort I put into it. I don't remember how much time went into it. I know it's most likely around a week of work, maybe. Not all at once. But I do know I try to make it like accurate proportions and shit, and it I remember not stressing about it. It was just something I was doing. And holy shit. I'm so grateful that I made that. I haven't seen any other artists like draw a French pose Levani giving the bedroom eyes. But yeah, so I could maybe do that with the idol stripping game. But I want to say I don't have a good track record because, you know, the projects I abandoned. So would it be worth working on this project if it's not going to be complete? And when it comes to the Lewd battle system, it's, I want to say, mostly complete. There are some stats that literally don't do anything, and it's just for one battle. But the battle system itself is more or less complete. It just mechanically, it could use more attacks, more variety of attacks. I I could try to have it to where it's more in one battle and you can save where you're at. So it's more like a roguelike, where once your team wipes, you're done. You gotta start all over. Or I guess reload the save where you came from, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather start new game if I fully wipe. But shit, I forgot what I was thinking of. Oh yeah. The game dev process for that was I don't know. At the end I felt like it wasn't all that worth it. Well, it wasn't worth continuing, in the very least. But what was stupid was strange. I want to say stupid. It's probably not stupid. And that wording's probably going to fuck me over emotionally, maybe mentally. But the thing is, the last update, the Second Wind update, I could have done that almost any time, because the update before that, I felt like it was like I worked on the game and I completed those changes and shit, but I just felt like shit. And I felt like it wasn't worth trying to update the game. But eventually I came around and be like, I'd like people to appreciate, like, if they play the game and appreciate it, I'd like them to play this one with the Second Wind mechanic more than I'd like them to play the other version that didn't have it. But yeah, I could technically I don't know if I was working on that game casually. I probably wasn't, but in a different way, I want to say, because I was trying to keep tabs on like all the updates I did, like a change log basically, while I was doing shit, and trying to keep a deadline of doing it monthly, of updating monthly, instead of like focusing on a feature and then updating when that feature's done. I would just work on it for a month, and whatever I have done, I keep track of, and then I do like an update log thing at the end of the month, or at the next month, or whatever the fuck. So it didn't feel, it felt a bit more involved. It felt like, even though it felt like it was more effort, and I probably put more stress on myself than was necessary, even though it kind of makes sense. Because I don't know about this idle strip game. There are several things I don't know about it. Because I'm not even like, it'd be cool to put up on Itch.io, but I don't even know what the idle part of the game is going to be like. I don't know what I want the idle elements to be like. Or should I have it... I mean, there's probably... I said mini games, but... I don't know. I think... I think what I want is like idle elements that play into mini games or something. Like this isn't fully fleshed out at all. So not only do I want to keep you guys in mind, that I gotta keep that in mind for my fucking self. I'm wanting fucking everything to be complete so that I'm not like going back on my word or fucking misleading people and bullshit. That's why I want to be fucking accurate, but I can't do that right here. Well, the fucking accurate thing is this is just brainstorming. So I'm not fucking promising anything. So I need to keep that in mind for myself. But maybe like a town builder or something, and like you can buy different buildings or who fucking knows, decorate a room or something. And maybe maybe some of the tasks that the girls could want would be like your town or something having a certain thing or a certain amount of things. I don't know. The town making idea is just something I got from Dark Cloud, because I remember really liking the idea of like going into a dungeon, collecting shit, and then using that shit to make a town in kind of any way you want to, but you need to like also the people that live in the town that you can also pick up from the dungeon, but the people have requests, and so you get rewards from them when you complete their request for the town. And fucking, well, when you complete their house you get rewards, but also like when everyone's happy or whatever and have their requests done, you get like a reward for completing that town and shit. And that just sounded fun as hell to me. Some reason I really fucking enjoy that shit. But yeah, like I'd want it makes sense for the mini games to somehow lean on the idle aspects. And the only thing I can think of is like using the idle money or or bugs to buy shit. But I don't know. It's just brainstorming. I don't know shit. I'm not even close to knowing what I want to do for the game itself. All I know is that I want there to be chore tasks. Then after that, I don't know how I'm going to feel about the game. I might feel lost on what to do. I could copy Crush Crush, but I also kind of don't want to. Like, I don't know. I kind of like Crush Crush. Like, I liked it for a while. I definitely like how it does its idle elements because you get time blocks and you can put those into different things. You can put them in jobs that'll make you money, and those jobs have different promotions and shit. And you can also put them into increasing your stats. And when you get to uh, unlocking certain jobs, come from having certain stat levels, and some of the requirements for the next stage with the girls are get this level of a stat, or by doing hobbies. That's what they're called, hobbies. You increase your stats by doing hobbies, putting time into the hobby things. Or you can get be promoted to a certain rank at a job, or have a certain amount of money, and all of them usually has like get a certain amount of like affection with them, which you can. And there's also like the date, go on this amount of dates with them that you can pay for, and they also use up time slots. And it's like an idle resource management game. And do like the resource is your time slots, and I guess money. There's also like diamonds, but whatever. Premium currency. But like when you reset, you just get like a multiplier. I don't know if I'm going to do that. Probably like I like when I reset having a currency that I can like buy upgrades or something with. So yeah. Um I have 7 minutes before it's been an hour. Um could just pause. And is that all I wanted to talk about? Is that all I wanted to explore? Well, I just wanted to talk about the idea of like working on that game casually, and the whole like casual effort for casual importance, or something like. The importance thing is kind of throwing me off. Like I'm trying to wrap my head about around it. Like how do I measure importance, you know? But, and I think why I'm doing like reward shit, like how reward I feel, like how rewarding it feels, I guess. Cause that probably works. I'm assuming because with a vid I watched, a guy was talking about um rescuing ferrets and how a ferret of his died, but and he was sad about it, but he realized that by taking care of the ferret lived like 3 more years than it normally would have. And he felt like it just kind of like hit him that like I'm gonna try and rescue ferrets or whatever. It's more than that, but he's, I don't know his exact situation, so I don't want to misrepresent it. But what I'm trying to say is that, you know, rescuing ferrets is important and rewarding for him. So he's willing to go through a bunch of effort because it's that important and rewarding for him. And so I think I should apply the same thing for me. Is like, is it rewarding enough? Importance based on how rewarding it feels compared to the effort involved. And I don't know if that can be done unhealthily. Maybe, because that can kind of be dopamine, right? You know, like playing a video game, you get that hit of dopamine and it feels rewarding, maybe. But also, I kind of still feel like shit just because shit isn't getting done, and I'm not taking care of myself during those moments when it goes out of control like that. So, but I know I've like thought about sketching before, where like doing sketch drawings is a low effort and maybe high reward. Well, higher. If I can get more reward from sketching something than drawing it, then that's also an option, I think. But I haven't really gone through with that. But something that I've thought about, where like low effort, like the gist is getting more back than you put in. Or at least having it feel that way, because spreading small effort over time feels a lot less all right, brain, can we logic our way out of this? I guess it's best to do like say a drawing. Doing it all in one sitting feels like you put a lot more effort into it than like spreading the effort out over time, like a week. It's probably because fucking logically you have time in between to fucking recover your strength and shit. You have time to fucking eat, recover your energy, sleep. So once you actually finish it, the amount of effort is kind of lost a little bit. It depends. Like, I know it didn't feel like I did much for that one game that I worked 20 minutes on for a month, where I did like some kind of like randomization, like character randomization. And when I looked back on it, it seemed like I made a lot of progress with not a lot of effort, but it's not true. It was just over a long time, and that seems healthier, obviously. So if things are too important, no, it's putting too much importance on it. You can put too much importance on something, and that's not good, because that's how I felt with some things, is that like I'd put too much importance on it, and so I felt like, so it kind of justified putting a bunch of effort into it, and that bunch of effort just wasn't doing me good. And I wasn't allowing myself enough time, because I just wanted the rewards now of the completed game project or whatever the fuck I was doing. And I feel like that can change in ways I'm not even predicting. For shit. Cause I basically started out with just this as a bunch of images or whatever for UI design, and then I seen there was like a item list type of thing, and I thought I could utilize that. It's kind of a little finicky, but I've got it to work visually, at least how I kind of want it to look. It's mostly a bunch of shit of like finding the right proportions based on how the item list puts things. Like this one was kind of bitch to figure out. There's a little bit of a stroll bar which is kind of annoying, but it don't matter all that much. But do I feel like it was rewarding? Like, do I feel like the reward of doing this was worth the effort? Maybe. There's still shit that needs to be done. It's not a fucking game. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna hit a roadblock, or at least a wall that I don't want to fucking climb. The only thing that's keeping me motivated with this right now is the whole randomized chore task thing. So I feel like I have no idea right now. I have ideas, but I don't know where they're going to lead, and so I don't want to rely on them. But I think I feel I can rely on this for now. The fact that I don't know where it's going to go kind of scares me. And if I do run into a roadblock where I don't know what to do or where to go from there, I'm probably going to feel depressed or something. But where I'm at right now is trying to make task lists, trying to figure out the stages, how they'll work, how I'll code them, and I already fucking had this up. I'm stupid. But I think what I'd want to do is have one complete person. Because if I have one person that has a complete thing, then it should be easier to think about expanding it, or I'd have like the framework, the foundation on the code. And so I'd know how to put other people. And then I can just work on creating other people, other characters to Lewid and shit. To strip, basically. So I guess I have an idea now of what to do. There's one problem though, and I've said before, the idleness. Because after, like, it's kind of nice that I'm making, like, the development of the game is going to be the tutorial, where first person is like, hey, your first task is actually to make your own chore list, your own task list, and that being explained. That sounds cool to me. But after that, after I get that working though, the next stage it's probably going to be introducing the other some type of idle element, and then choosing what I'd want to do for that. Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't put too much importance on that. Maybe I could just experiment. Maybe I can just have an idea of something I could do and be like, okay, we can try that. It'll most likely have to do. Yeah, no shit. It's going to have to deal with numbers going up. That's what every fucking idle game. That's what every idle game is fucking about. I want to keep the main idle thing simple-ish. And I feel like the Crush formula was pretty simple. You didn't have too much resources. It was just you have time slots. You different things cost different amount of time slots. You most likely didn't have you can unlock more time slots by completing achievements or just buying them with currency, but most of the time you don't have enough time slots to just have everything going at once. So you have to like kind of pick and choose and then shift things. Yeah, shift your resources, what you're using it on, depending on what you need. That definitely sounds interesting. I can't, like, it'd probably be nice to put my own spin on it, but I don't know. I don't have an idea for my own spin, but at least it's simple enough. You just, by using that resource, you're basically toggling things on and off. And so the more time slots you have, the more things you can have going on at once. It's 13 minutes more than hour. So yeah. I think I have a direction. And I'm going to try to not put too much importance on it. I don't have to work on this game all the time. Maybe I can record myself working on the game though. Maybe then it'd be another layer of reward, perhaps. I don't know. I'm gonna try my best, but I should really like be eating something. So, uh, take care, and yeah. I don't want to hit stop recording and then fucking think of something to say. But to wrap shit up or some shit. I'll say at least that it's an option, I guess. I could probably work on this game casually and feel like there's some progress being made that will be rewarding. Yeah. Alright, so it's hard for me to like think about though, because like it feels like a pipe thing. It feels like I'd only get rewards when it's complete. But that's not exactly true, because like seeing the item list working, that's a reward. That's something nice. That's something that I was productive with. That feels good. It might have been a little bit of a pain in the ass, but as long as I don't take it too seriously, but usually I just get too into it because I want it to be over. I want it to be fucking done so I don't have to like work on it anymore. And I just hope I don't get like that for the whole fucking project. So it's probably best to just think about each individual thingamabob. One thing that I kind of don't like is inventories. Like, I haven't learned how to do an inventory yet, like how to code an inventory system, and I just feel like so if I have to make an inventory system, it feels like discouraging, because an inventory system feels kind of boring. What I want to do more is like inventory management, like actually playing with the fucking inventory and not making a system for the inventory to happen. I assume that's not going to happen with this game, but it's just an example. There are like things that I feel in game dev are like tedious and shit that I don't want to do, but need to be done in order for the game to work properly and be cohesive. Anyway, I've talked long enough. Take care, guys. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below if you have any comments about anything. I would appreciate discussion on this and like people's thoughts. All right, take care.